देखो मैं बहुत बड़ा लौंडिया बाज हूँ. Sakshi wouldn't date me, bro. I've asked her a couple of times. मना कर दिया उसने. Wake up right now. बंटा क्या बोल रहा है तू? That comes out a little bit. Just before the video was going to come out, मेरा और इसका breakup हो गया. Who is he dating? Who is this girl? भाई उसकी बंदी कौन है? Bro, like that. Why did I come to support you?
Because you're a nice friend.
देखो अगर लग रहा है वो मेरी सिर्फ दोस्त है, वो सिर्फ मेरी दोस्त नहीं है. It's not a big deal. I would have told you if it was. Chill now. I love you.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the Social Nation show where we get candid with your favorite creators. Today's guest is somebody I am very excited about. He is a creator who wears his heart on his sleeve, turns his life's ups and downs into stories that resonate with millions. Meet Kevin Zingkhai, who has built a unique space in the content space where vulnerability meets humor. From his hilarious stand-up sets to his elaborate storytime videos, to exploring love, friendship, and personal growth. Kevin's journey is one of relentless dreaming, unfiltered storytelling, meaningful connections. Let's dive into the mind of this Mitronpolitan star and uncover the dreams that he is chasing.
I like
Hello,
that.
Kevin.
Mitronpolitan star.
Yes.
What's up? How are you doing, Manisha?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Very well.
How is the Mitronpolitan energy treating you?
It's been so unreal, to be very honest, like because this entire show thing, it happened so quickly, like right from like the minute I was casted to like the next day I had to like just like go on set, and I was like, wait, am I actually doing a series? Is this actually happening? Like that. It just came into me like, you know, out of nowhere, and the whole experience was just amazing. Like I still can't believe that we've shot one entire season and there are 4 or 5 more to come.
4 or 5 more?
Yeah, we can't be discussing exactly how much, but I'm just letting you know, maybe. So let's see. But yeah, there are plans for a lot more to be coming in. So yeah.
That's amazing. But since we've already started about this, tell us, how did this come to you? How did this project come to you? And did you expect it? What was the moment like when you figured I got casted?
So this is a topic I really like talking about, and the story also, it's a pretty insane story. Okay, so I'm going to be very real. I'm going to give you guys like some real insights in regards to like what it was like for me. So I always had a knack for acting since I was a kid. Like I've done a lot of commercials and stuff like that, but like for whatever reason it got lost in transition somehow, because somebody that was very closely managing me like previously, they had come up to me and they told me something on the lines of that, bro, तू content creator तो बहुत बड़ा बन जाएगा इंडिया में, but तू actor कभी नहीं बन पाएगा.
Okay.
And for me, like I took that like very personally, and I was like, maybe it's right, or like, no wait, what? Why am I listening to this person like that? No, I want to be an actor, yeah. Like that. ऐसा कौन बोलता है अपने talent को कि भाई तुम actor नहीं बन पाओगे ऐसा. So according to them, like, and I won't blame them for it also. Like they had this entire notion that Northeastern faces don't get casted as lead roles in India. Which is true, because if you look at Mary Kom, it's played by Priyanka Chopra or something. The last Northeastern person that you saw in a very big movie was probably Chang in Badmaash Company. So
that was also not the lead.
That also, it wasn't like the lead, right? Like, so nobody actually sees like a Northeastern guy being like a lead in a show or something, or even like one of like the main supporting characters or something like that. We mainly get casted for stuff like, let's say, like ads and stuff, and like as a creator you'll end up doing well. So I think in the last year or so, I've given like somewhere close to like maybe like 100 auditions in the last 2 years or something like that. And like I came to a point where I got so used to giving auditions that I would just like send it and I'd forget about it. And like I was like, ठीक है यही life है, ऐसे ही होता है. And sometimes I was just doing it just to get into the groove of like, you know, making monologues and stuff. But I knew I was really good at acting because of my characters. I play 4 different characters. I can play a female character, and like, you know, a lot of people get confused कि भाई actually बंदा है कि बंदी है, because I try to make it that convincing that, you know, like, you know, this is actually a female and stuff. So I knew कि यार acting तो है इसमें, but यार India में शायद से नहीं हो पाएगा मेरा. That was also what I was trying to think. But then I think along the lines, my manager from Collectives had sent me like, hey bro, there's this brief that's come in, like it's for this acting gig, like do you want to do it? I said no, I don't want to. Like मेरे को नहीं देना है कोई like audition, because नहीं होता ना select यार, मैं क्यों अपना time waste करूँ एक audition बनाने के लिए जबकि land ही नहीं होगा ये scene. So he was like,
that terrible of a
I went into that zone कि maybe in India I might not be an actor, maybe somewhere else, maybe in Indonesia, I don't know bro, because this is the mindset that somebody, like, you know, when some people manage you, they tell you these things, you start to believe it, you know, like that. So then this guy was like, "Nahi, yeah, just do it for the heck of it because that character is really fun. That character is a stoner character." So I was like, ये तो मैं करूँगा, bro. I was like, you know what? Let me just do it for the fun of it. Like I haven't made a monologue in a while, so let's just like do it. And then sometimes you just like to watch your old auditions and be like, hey, I'm still doing good, you know. So I made the audition, and then after that, like I sent it across, and I literally just forgot about it, bro, like that. Then I think that night I worked up till I think 7 in the morning. I was doing some of my content related work. I pulled an all-nighter, and then like, at 7 in the morning I was like, bro, like I've had a really long day. I need to reset. I put my phone off and I just went off to sleep. Okay. That day, my manager's manager, the directors from the show, everyone was trying to get in touch with me that day, and everyone was like blowing my phone up, and मेरा phone बंद है. किसी को पता नहीं कि Kevin है किधर, ठीक है? Because I went full dark. I was like, यार मैं 12 घंटे सो जाऊंगा तो क्या दुनिया इधर की उधर थोड़ी हो जाएगी. I'll just wake up and reset, you know, like that. It's okay. At that point of time, I think one of my managers like knew that like Sakshi and I were creating a lot of content at the time. So they just like were like, you know what, maybe she might have an idea where this guy is going to be. So they ended up reaching out to Sakshi, and yeah, Sakshi had my personal number, which I don't give out to anyone. Like that's only for my friends and family for like emergencies and stuff. So that phone is always on like that. So that phone, when it rings, I get scared. Like, oh shit, something must have happened, you know, like that. So I picked up that phone. I was like, hello, and she was like, wake up right now. I was like, what happened? I was like, it's 5 p.m. Wake up and call up Ajit Anshu. I was like, my manager. So I was like, oh, okay, wait. I call up my manager. Manager cusses me out, bro. He's like, where the fuck were you, bro? Like that the whole day we've been calling you. The directors have been trying to reach you. I was like, which directors? Are the audition you gave, bro? I was like, वो क्या director? Select हो गया? अबे select क्या? तू जा TVF के office में अभी, bro. I was like, oh, okay, like right now, like yeah, they need to meet you like right now, bro. I was like, but like, can I go tomorrow? Like, no, they're starting the shoot like in a couple of days. They need to see you, bro. They want to confirm you. So I was like, bro, but listen, like I've just woken up. I look really sleepy, bro, and stuff like that. And this guy, that is exactly what AJ said, bro. AJ was like, bhai, it's okay, you look like a stoner. Just go. I was like, my mood hui, like, just put a chewing gum in your mouth and go. So I've gone like full, like, you know, like, एकदम नींद में I've gone, okay, like, मेरे को समझ में नहीं, like, that's still, like, you know, I'm like, my vision is still adjusting to the light and, like, my eyes are still blurry, and so I sit, and, like, I just live around only over here, right? TVF office also just here. I sit in the rickshaw and I reach in, like, 8 minutes, okay? I walk into the room and, like, I'm like, they're like, yeah, they're ready for you and stuff, like, I'm like, I see these two guys, okay, that like they look super chill, okay, like they look super chill. Like there's one guy, he has a vape in his hand, he's just like, line le bro. And there's this other dude over there, like, yeah, bro, take your line and stuff. So I like, okay, maybe like these are the interns, you know, like that, like, yeah, maybe I'll give my lines to the interns, and like once they like it, like they'll take me to the directors, because like normally whatever auditions I've given, like the entire set has been all that hush, you know, like that, like there's this one director who's like all like really serious and stuff, and then there's this like one intern that comes in and whispers something that, yeah, you can come. So these guys were like, just like, line le bro, like that. I was like, okay. So I started reading my lines and stuff, and I was reading it really slowly because I just woke up, so I could barely process things, okay? Like I didn't wear my lenses, neither did I wear my glasses. मेरे को blur भी दिख रहा था ऐसा, तो मैं ऐसा तो आराम से पढ़ रहा था ऐसा करके, और reading it like ऐसा. They stopped me midway and they go like, bro सुन, तू ऐसे ही पढ़ते कि तू acting कर रहा है? I was like, guys, I'm like really sorry, like I actually just woke up right now. If you give me some time, I'll prepare. And I said like, नहीं तू बहुत सही कर रहा है इसलिए. I was like, I was like, what? Like, yeah, you're actually doing it. पढ़ते रहे, bro. Then I just read it like in that same tone, and then they were like, अच्छा ठीक है, we'll get back to you and we'll let you know. Then I think a day or two went by and stuff like that, and then I was just like chilling at home, and somewhere at 11:30 in the night, one of my managers calls me, Rahul, and he's like, bro, like we've locked it for you.
Wow.
Yeah, like you've gotten like a very good gig with these guys. You're one of the leads from 6 like characters over there, and your character's name is Jaren, and you start reading tomorrow. I was like, wait, like, kal ke, yeah. These are your scripts and everything. Go through it, and you're going to meet your cast tomorrow. The shoot is going to start in maybe like 3 days or something like that. And I was like, wait, what? Did I just lock a series? Like, am I like becoming an actor now? Like, is this the thing that somebody told me once that I'll never be an actor and stuff? But I made it. So yeah, it was so unreal in that moment. Everything happened so quickly, and then the next day I go on set, and then I have this amazing cast. Like I've seen like Badri and Jassi for like the longest time. I've been a fan from like their screen patti to all of the like the projects that they have done. I'm like, wow, I get to work with these guys, and they were like so professional. They were so good at what they did, and I was in awe because I was the least experienced actor from all of these guys, and they all were so much better than me. So I remember even the first day when I was like reading my lines and stuff, I was super nervous and things like मैं अटक अटक के पढ़ रहा था and stuff, and these guys could like just while reading also they could enact the character and things, and I was like, I suck. I was like, whatever I was thinking that I'm that cool or I'm that amazing or I can do this and stuff, I was like, bro, like I don't compare to these guys at all. But it was so exciting for me because I like, wow, I got another challenge in my life right now. Now this is something where I can prove myself again and be like, okay, I started from scratch and this is another field that I dominated in, right? So I just would take notes in regards to when I'd see them, the way they'd read their lines, the way they would improv, the way they would, like express certain things and stuff. And then I would keep talking with them, like, how do you do this? How do you do that? And they were like really kind enough to, keep briefing me, and they would treat me like a baby on set, like, like that. And they'd be like, no, get Kevin, like, Kevin, tu aisa le le, tu ye line le le isme. You know what, Kevin, I think you should add another line over here and stuff. So I really liked the entire environment. And then we started shooting and we shot for like 2 months. And towards the end of the show, this is a really interesting thing that happened. I think this was day 28. So my character's name is Jaren, right, as I mentioned. And there's this other character by the name of Rajat, who is basically like the protagonist of the show. So there was supposed to be this really emotional scene that was supposed to be happening. But the directors didn't tell us that we need to cry or anything like that, okay? It was just like a really like a casual sa emotional scene ki aisa Rajat kuch to bol raha hum sabke bare mein and things, and like we all get a little emotional and things. And like my character is normally like the funny, thoda sa funny guy, thoda sa dumb hai aisa. It's very out of pocket for Jaren to cry like that. Jaren, why would you cry? It's a sitcom, bro. Like why would you cry, right? But on day 28, like I spent so much time being Jaren. I spent so much time that on that day, I think for a brief period of half an hour, I forgot I was Kevin. Like, I was not Kevin anymore, I was Jaren. And like, I would hear actors say all these things and stuff like that. I'd be like, kuch bhi bol rahe. But on that day, I really realized that I actually absorbed that character so much that I actually forgot who Kevin Zingkhai really is. And I was this Jaren character in that show because that emotional scene, I ended up crying a lot. Okay. And there was no brief that we had to cry. I was crying so much to a point where I was like, shit, am I ruining the shot? Like that. And I was thinking, why am I crying? This person is not even real. This is a fictional character. This is a work of art. This is something that some writer has written in some room. Rajat and Jaren are not actually friends. They are just characters that have been written over. This real guy's name is Weepy. My real name is Kevin. But why am I crying? Because he said something emotional about me. And I was really bawling out. And my co-star, even Justin, even he started crying over there because we got so into the character. And that's when I realized that acting is such a beautiful art form. And you get to live different lives while just being one person. And that's when I realized that, shit, bro, like this is something I really want to explore. So if you want to ask me how the experience was, it was amazing.
That went for so long. We have another story time and you're right here. But that's amazing, yeah. Congratulations. When's it coming out?
This month itself it should be coming out like that. Really? They're just working on the edit and everything, and yeah, I'm super excited, and trust me, you guys will love it. It's a hilarious show.
Yeah,
like,
we can't wait to
we couldn't keep our stuff together, like even while we were taking lines and stuff, we'd have so many takes because we'd end up laughing in between because
such a fun bunch.
Yeah, it's such a fun bunch of, and you've seen the cast, like it's such an odd bunch of people put in all together like that. There's this like South Indian guy, there's a Punjabi guy, there's this girl from Delhi, there's this Northeastern guy out of nowhere, and we all are under the same roof shooting this show, and it's just like, it just adds so much value. So trust me, you're going to love it.
As well as the show is very relatable to people who, because so many people shift from different cities to Bombay. So
exactly.
I think it's going to be very, including me. So I think it's going to be very relatable.
You're going to love it.
Okay, but we start our podcast with one question, which I have to ask you. It's called What My Fans Don't Know. So you need to tell me today one thing that you're sure your fans don't know about you that's not out there on the net.
Okay.
What would it be?
So this has been out there many times, okay, in the past, but the thing is that no one is actually sure of it exactly. So I'm going to break it down for you. Like, where exactly am I from? Everyone's super confused about this part, okay? Why is it that this Northeastern looking guy has a Bombay accent and can speak like Sufyan Bhai? Yes. So to break it down for everyone, my mom is from Manipur, okay? She comes from this village called Ukhrul. My dad is from Mumbai. He grew up in Mahim. Okay.
Okay.
So these guys, they met somewhere in the Northeast, and my mom moved over here in 2000. I was born in 98. So I've been here for like, I don't know, 25 years of my life. Hence, the face is that, but the accent is very Bombay. And yeah, I grew up half in Bandra and half in Mira Road. So I met my Bantai Bachchi my friends over there, and I found that very fascinating back then. So I picked up a little bit of that from there. So sometimes even when I'm very angry, that Mira Road side of me comes out. So it's like, oh, Bantai, kya bol rahe tu? That comes out a little bit. So yeah, you go to your core language sometimes. So that's the reason why it's that mix of both.
Yeah, but I think your audience really enjoys our content. It's
They love the mix because it's like, who do you have, like a North Asian guy talking like this Bombay Bantai Bachchi boy? You don't get it. It's
all
like
of us love it.
a unique piece, you know.
Now I need to go back to the most wholesome video that I found on your
Arre.
YouTube channel, which is you were wishing yourself happy birthday when you were going to turn 25.
Yeah, I was very depressed. No one was wishing me. I was alone in Philippines.
Yeah, the video was towards the end. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
just give you a hug.
Yeah.
But in that video, you also had a lot of checklists for your 26-year-old.
Yeah.
So let's go back, okay?
Oh my
I have
God.
a few that I've taken out. Let's see if you've checked this off now. The first one is making new friends and memories, slaying every day as it comes.
Always, bro. Like, I got a lot of friends and too many memories this year, for sure.
The second one is believing that you can achieve every single dream you have.
Wow.
Are we still believing?
We are still believing, and now it's crazy that every year, like, the dreams get bigger, and I don't know, man, we end up achieving everything.
Are you manifesting anything in particular for this year?
This year in particular, like, number one, like, I want to hit 1 million on Instagram because, like, I want to, like, match that to YouTube.
Yeah.
That's one thing. Apart from that, like, I fell so in love with acting, and I initially thought, like, the whole acting part was just for versatility. Like, ye stand up karta, acting bhi karta hai, content bhi karta hai. But, like, after the show, I was like, no, I want another acting gig. And maybe something on the more serious side if I can. Land a role where I can really show, like, the contrast between, okay, he can be a funny guy also, but then he can also do really dramatic acting. That is something I would like.
Does your character on the show have a romantic angle?
Not romantic, dramatic.
Dramatic, yes,
Yeah.
but I'm asking you.
Does he have a romantic angle? Not yet, but like, the writers would keep messing around a little bit. Sometimes they would keep joking around. When I'd sit with my cast members, they'll be like, Spiti and Kevin ban sakta hai season 2.
I think so. I think you should.
Anusha or Kevin ban sakta hai season 3. Badri or Kevin ban sakta hai season 4. So they keep messing around like that. But I think it would be pretty fun if my character does have that.
I really hope it does. Okay, the next one's breaking down walls that you've built around yourself.
प्रोसेस चल रहा है, टूट रहे थोड़े थोड़े करके, अभी भी काफ़ी सारे हैं, but I think I've broken quite a lot, and I think I'm still putting myself out there, so I think that's a good thing.
Halfway through.
Halfway through, yeah.
The next one's falling in love again.
I have, yeah.
Kitne? How many times? Since 25 years old, Kevin.
Since 25, just once.
Just once? The next one's always be a die-hard romantic person who believes in old school love.
यार वो ना आता जाता रहता है.
How can you say that? An old school person would never say that. Just say it.
See, like, sometimes, like, people just keep telling you, like, stuff ki yaar ye old school love वगैरह चलता नहीं है, bro. Like, you have to be very practical and things like that. But then at heart, you're always that person. You always believe in, like, like, you meet this one person and you just never give up on them. Like, you're always with them regardless to whatever happens. Like, you work it out with them through thick and thin कि भाई जितने भी कलेशे हो जाए, भाई ये मेरी बंदी है, bro. But ऐसा नहीं होता कि मैं उसका बंदा रहता हूँ ना, जितने भी कलेशे हो जाए. तो वो ओल्ड स्कूल लव वो दो तरफा थोड़ा सा होना चाहिए. मेरे को वो पता चला है कि एक तरफा नहीं चलता ये इतना, बिकॉज तुम कितना ही चेस कर लोगे किसी को. एट वन पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम अगर वो तुमको ब्लॉक कर देगी हर जगह से, तो तुम क्या ही कर लोगे. तो दैट्स वन थिंग.
You're saying you're old school, but you haven't found the partner who's old school.
I think I've met some people.
Direct point में आ नहीं रहा है, Kevin. The next one you have to then, having a girlfriend.
As of now.
From then. Now
that time, yeah, I did date somebody beach mein. If you must have seen my stand-up, like, that went on for good 6 months or something. Like, I was very vocal about it.
When you ended the last stand-up where you got your girlfriend on stage.
Yeah, ex.
X, okay. So now?
That went down pretty bad, bro. Like that, I think that went pretty sour. But and I'll tell you the craziest part of that stand-up gig. Okay, so the thing is that like that. So 404 error no love found, right? It's such a beautiful piece of art. I would not just call it stand-up. It's like an entire storytelling experience that you go through. Like you go through like 3 phases of my life where I went through heartbreak, and it's like a feel-good factor that towards the end. इतना सब होने के बाद भी भाई इसको end में एक अच्छी बंदी मिल गई, and he was happy, right? The problem what happened was that while the video was getting edited and everything, just before the video was going to come out, मेरा और इसका breakup हो गया.
Holy shit!
And this is मैंने इस recording में मैंने इतने पैसे फूके थे, मैंने editing पे इतने पैसे फूके. I think the edit cost me somewhere close to $45,000, okay? And the recording and everything like was like, bro, booking Habitat is very expensive, okay? In all honesty, so I was like, I've spent so much money, but it's not even about the money. It's the fact that this is my first piece of work that I've done sold out shows for. So I was like, how can I like remove that main part, which is the feel good factor, right? So I sat with my editor and we were both like, bro, like we have to roll out the video soon, bro. Like, what do we do? The feel good factor has to stay, because I don't want to compromise on content, but that girl would have not been okay with like, you know, me putting it out because we just broke up, right?
Yeah, that's why her face is not there.
So we were so smart. Like my editor came up with this idea, like, देख भाई, 4 कैमरे हैं, 3 तेरे पे है, 1 ऑडियंस पे है. जैसे उसका हाथ आता है ना, just हाथ दिखा, ऑडियंस कैम. Suspense आ जाएगा, bro. Who is he dating? Who is this girl? भाई उसकी बंदी कौन है, bro? Like that.
Even I was
so
thinking for
a lot of my YouTube audience who don't know me from Instagram, they don't know who the person actually was, and I like to keep it that way. But it became such a cool thing that, you know, like you just had the audience reaction over there, and like people did not know who it was, and people thought like he's still with this person or something. So you just leave it like, you know, just like a cliffhanger कि क्या है, क्या नहीं है, is there going to be another 404 error not going to come, maybe there's going to be another story time.
You ended only with फिर से कटेगा क्या? And I was like,
कटा था?
अब कटा था.
Give me 1 year. I swear, ये वाला 404 error जो आएगा, it's going to be crazy.
I cannot wait. So right now your status is what?
What's my status? What's up?
No यार, what यार? Relationship.
I am चल रहा है bro, मतलब बातें चल रही है लोगों से.
Okay. He's trying to find the old school love, guys.
I am still trying to find the old school love, or trying to see whether she believes in the old school love.
I think he's trying to change casual to permanent. Okay, next. Taking care of yourself and not drinking your lungs out.
So alcohol तो छोड़ दिया. अभी
छोड़ दिया?
हाँ, दारू छोड़ दिया, 2 साल हो गया. Like I'm in the point where, like, you know, like if you tell me to take a shot, I will take a shot just for the heck of it, but I know I won't go more than that. That's just for like, if people are just doing a shot just to toast, I will do that, but I know I don't like drinking at all anymore. So yeah, that is one thing I'm very proud of, that I left drinking. I think it's been 2 years that I've quit drinking.
The next one's keep creating content and chasing your dreams.
Content तो बनता ही है, bro, like that, like keep constantly making new things and stuff, working on a lot of new things also, so yeah.
The next one I want to know, meeting Bhuvan Bam.
So the crazy thing is, I remember like he had come down to the iPlix office for some work, and like I was there. So we just had like a very brief like hi over there, and like I was flipping out. But like I didn't want it to be that small interaction. Like when I wanted to meet him, I wanted it to be like a proper moment, because I have idolized him so much, and I'd always decided that whenever I get my play button, there are 2 people that I would want them to sign my million play button. That's going to be Prajakta Kohli and Bhuvan Bam, because
really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I grew up watching this content, and like I've taken so much inspiration. Bhuvan, for the fact that, like, you know, like he did this whole character things, but he changed the game, to be very honest. Like for me as a kid, like I didn't have like a lot of friends to make content with, so I took so much inspiration from Bhuvan. Hey, you don't need friends, you just make imaginary ones.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why I did characters like that. And with Prajakta, it was just like the growth, the fact that whenever I feel really low, I go to Prajakta's channel and I go down to like the really old videos, and I see like where she started from, and I was like, bro, if somebody can put themselves out there at that point and like can make it this big like that, Kev, you can also do it. So I was always like, 2 people I'll get my play button signed from is Prajakta. If you can make that happen, I'll really appreciate it.
Okay, done.
So yeah, Bhuvan and Prajakta. But yeah, it was nice to even see him over there, but I didn't want to take up his time. I was like, ek din to kaam kar lege saath mein. I'll make that happen.
Okay. So a brief meeting has happened, but you wanted to be a more
Yes.
open conversation actually. Great. This one though, you've crossed another level, but crossing 500k on Instagram and 100k on YouTube was your aim.
Yeah, the 100k on YouTube part though, I think I have like 12x hit right now. Yeah, because we're I think somewhere close to 1.2, 1.3 million. But बैक देन काफ़ी छोटे सपने थे यार, तभी तो लाइक लगता था कि यार 100K भी भाई बहुत ही क्रेजी था तभी। आई थिंक बैली कुछ था यार, आई थिंक 1500 फॉलो ये सब्सक्राइबर्स थे यूट्यूब पे, एंड आई थिंक इंस्टाग्राम भी उतना था नहीं तभी। आई थिंक लाइक 100K ish या समथिंग, टू सी 500,000 on Instagram was like very 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 crazy. But in the process of all these things, like even though I really want to hit the million mark because it's just the thing that I've made up in my mind. But in the process of like making content and like doing all these other things, I realized that you shouldn't really be chasing numbers. Maybe it's a goal that I've set in my mind. That's why I feel like me a million marna hai, aisa karke I want to have that M next to my name. But I realized that it's more about like how you enjoy the process. Because at one point of time when I was creating content, it was just like I was so hungry for like creating like reaching numbers. I was posting 3 pieces of content. I was like burning myself to that, like, you know, from basically there's a saying where you say you're burning the candle from both ends, because like nahi, numbers chahiye. But then I realized that we started content to just, I don't know, express ourselves, just have fun, yeah. Like, and if you're losing it, if everything becomes about money, and if everything becomes about numbers, and if everything becomes about, oh, I'm doing better, how is it fun anymore? You started creating videos because, you know, one day you were bored out of your mind and you just thought this is funny, and then one day it hit a million, you felt happy and you shared it to your friends and family, ki dekho mera video acha kar. I think you should keep that innocence, you know. So I would always like to treat, even though Instagram is like a full-time job, but I would want to keep that innocence ki, ha bhai aisa karke bana diya video. I don't want to take it as seriously as I used to. Like, I want to be more chill.
I think that makes sense, because then there's no difference between a corporate job and a content
Yeah.
creation job if you're just taking that seriously.
I mean, like, see, every now and then you get into that zone where you're like, you know, I want to put out the best kind of work, but I don't want you to be in that pressure every day, because see, it's very competitive like that, right? Like I'm turning 27 now. Like, there's a Gen Z kid coming in every year, okay? Every year somebody turns in 18, 19, 20 and gets an idea and becomes a funny creator. And there's so many younger creators who are way funnier than me and stuff like that. So if you constantly keep focusing on, oh, this one doing better than me, that you're going to take away the joy from everything that you have. And I started realizing that in the last year, and I was like, ब्रो तू अपना कर, तू अपना स्टैंड अप कर, तू अपना एक्टिंग कर, तेरे को पॉडकास्ट चालू कर दे, तू वो भी कर ले, तू बस खुश रह, you know, don't chase numbers. But yeah,
that's amazing. Now, we've spoken about your story time videos, so I need to know, they're very vulnerable, yet it's a very bold side of you. Now, these are stories that all of us would rather keep personal. I need to know, do your family members watch these videos? Because stories like hooking up with a passenger and all, I'm like, yes, family dekh rahe hai kya? How is he doing this? What are they saying?
So, if I'm going to be very honest, okay, like my family has technically just given up on me, to be very honest. They have just accepted me for the fact that ये ऐसा ही है, ठीक है? Because बचपन से like there would be like some complaint that he was caught with some girl like making out behind Mahesh tutorials or something like that. Someone, yeah, I've got kicked out of Mahesh also because of something like that. And this is like in my 10th standard and stuff. So yeah, like my family is pretty used to like seeing me get into situations like this. So it's like, you know, like किसी का बेटा गैम्बलर होता है, किसी का बेटा अल्कोहलिक होता है, इसका बेटा लौंडियाबाज है, like that. I'm not really one anymore, but yeah, like I think they've just given up on that part कि ठीक है, you know, he has other good qualities of himself, like he's sweet and he's talented, he's hardworking, but maybe this is one flaw that he has. But yeah, I love making these story times and stuff because as you said, it's like really personal. Not a lot of creators can put themselves out there like the way I do, and I feel like I always wanted to be that very raw creator that, you know, like these are the things that I've had and I want to put it out in a nice fun way that people enjoy these stories, and they really like these story times. Like people are like, bro, ye kya kar raha hai? Bro, like how does he do it? And like it's the reality of things, you know, like this is just the way I am, so I like putting it out there, like it's fine.
But another question just pops up in my mind. Now you've done, when you do something like a hook up with a passenger, now this person that you talk about, you give out names also, which is I think very gutsy. And when this person whose name you've given out also watches the video, do they come back to you saying, मुझे नहीं पता तुम्हें ऐसे लगा था इस moment में?
So the only thing that's fictional in the entire story time are the names. Yeah, because some people are well-known people also, like that.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, so I can't really be like saying like names out and stuff, but like yeah, the only thing that's fictional, but or else like I do say a few things for dramatic expression, but like almost every single thing is absolutely true, and like these are things that happen. And like when my friends that have like witnessed these things happen, they say they're like, "Bhai, tu video bana diya bhai iska, bro." They're like that.
Because it's also the fact that normally when we are in a moment and then it passes, and then you listen to another version of it from someone else, and you don't realize they've seen it this way.
Yeah.
So the people in your stories, I can't even imagine when they watch your stories.
I've had a few people reach out to me and they're like, bro, that was actually really funny. You put it in a really fun way. But you should have also added that I also did this over here and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, ye part mein bhul gaya because it makes me look bad.
Of course, it's your channel.
Yeah, it's my channel. Yeah. You make your own story time, babe.
Okay, great. Now, we were also talking about your stand-ups, and
Yeah.
I think your relationship stories are quite the vibe. You mentioned in one of these stand-ups that you'd never trust male best friends
Oh,
because
yeah.
you've stayed on that side, you know what your agenda is. Like,
Yeah.
now, a lot of your followers have been shipping you with one female best friend lately. Do you want to clear some air? Tell them, what is your dating scene like? Are you dating that female best friend? Is your agenda that?
Nah, bro. Sakshi wouldn't date me, bro. I've asked her a couple of times. Mana kar de usne.
मेरा तो नाम नहीं लिया, guys. Just saying.
Oh, shit. Okay. That was a trick question.
I just said one female.
Nah, the thing with, I mean, like, एक ही तो content creator के साथ आजकल बना रहा हूँ मैं. The thing with Shark and I is like, obviously I did have a crush on her initially. I think she's damn pretty and stuff. So it was first work related. Like I started talking to her, and then like I think like one day I just asked her like to meet and stuff, and I found her like damn pretty. I found her and I flirt with her like even till now also. Like मतलब करता ही रहा मैं बेशरम हूँ ऐसा ठीक है. So the thing with the both of us is that like in the process of like just like trying to get to know her because she was hot, I started liking the fact that like we can work really well together, and then we started creating a lot of content together. Initially तो मैं I'm just being honest. Initially, I just made 1-2 videos because I was like, ठीक है देखते हैं how it goes like that because I just thought she was pretty and stuff. But after making 1-2 videos and our videos did really well, I was like, oh, so you know like simping के साथ काम भी हो रहा है इधर, you know बराबर से. So I would not feel as guilty like you know like to be spending time with her because like we always up to something like right now. So we're planning like IPs and stuff like so. We both are like really workaholic people. So I get to flirt with her also, and I also get to like work as well. So Sakshi is laughing.
You're sitting there like, क्या बोल रहा है ये लड़का?
Yeah.
थप्पड़ पड़ेगी तेरे को.
Yeah, but yeah, like our work thing is like pretty like it's pretty dope. Like today also like we're going to probably be shooting some or the other thing. It's like every time we meet, we figure out something new. Or we're planning some of the other content or something like that. And I think like the audience like seeing us together, yeah. And like maybe sometimes I just like to give the audience a little bit of that carrot. Ki, yeah, is it not, or is it maybe because like they always audiences like to like ship people together and stuff like that, right? So it works out for the both of us. Or at least that's what she says. Right, Sakshi?
She has lost it.
Why is she in my podcast? Why are you here? If we're just friends.
Support me.
Why did I come to support you?
Because you're a nice friend.
Friend, guys.
Yeah. Until we start dating.
Now I need to know where is your next comedy set coming? Very seriously.
So, oh my god, okay. So, the thing is that 404 Error did so well and people wanted like, they need more of that. Like, you know,
I want more
they
of that.
need more of like the heartbreak stories and things like that. But that last set was so taxing because it took me a year to make that, like, you know, like to put it all together. And the thing with these stand-up sets is like, you got to perform them a lot of times before you do it. And no one was giving me a spot for that long for 42 minutes का set तो कोई नहीं दे रहा. तो मैंने क्या किया था, मैंने एक स्टोरी को एक सेट बना के अलग जगह पे like at least like मतलब like 25 बार perform किया रहेगा. So that took me a proper year to entirely do and tighten it. But like the thing with my Instagram and then I got into acting also, it just didn't give me the time to, you know, have that headspace where I can put the entire story together. Because the thing is that all these stories are very traumatic actually.
Yeah.
They're actually really sad stories about really sad things that have happened to me. And for me to actually bring out the humor out of this entire story, it takes a long time. But maybe not a 404 Error story. Maybe I might do like how I do these story times and stuff about like maybe my school life or something like that. Maybe of that sort. Like I do have content that I've already written. I have material that I've already written. I just need to really tighten it. I just haven't had the time. But most probably like what month are we in? Jan. March तक ka I think March, April tak ka I think I should put out something again because last year I put out in April only. So I think I would like to do something around like that same time, wapas again, like, and I'll put out something well. So I want to write a good set. I want to perform it a couple of times. I want to see how it goes. And then let's see. But my goal is not to actually be a stand-up comedian like that. I just found these stories hilarious and I felt like I have a knack for storytelling, so I wanted to put it out there. And then it adds to your versatility that okay, he can also do stand-up. And you get to prove it to you get to flex on the other creators, right? The people that flex about their numbers on Instagram and stuff like, but you only do Instagram, right, bro?
I think you
like,
explore the niches very
beautifully.
I
That's my favorite thing. But probably by April I'll put out something really fun like that.
Done. You heard it here first, guys. Now that got really serious, so we need to dive into our
yes.
Game is called Decoding the Dude. Feat Kevin Zingkhai.
Oh,
now,
man.
what I will do here is I will give you a few statements or excuses that men give while they're in a relationship or when they're doing casual. I need
casual
you
क्या
to...
होता है मेरे को नहीं पता.
अच्छा चुप रहे.
I don't know what casuals are, bro.
I need you to tell me, according to you, what does his statement really mean? Okay. These are excuses that men give. You need to tell us what do they really mean when they say this. The first one is, I forgot to text back. I was caught up with work. What does he mean?
Oh my god. So just letting you guys know, this is not from personal experience. This is all just things I've read online on Reddit. I forgot to text back. I was caught up with work. So it could mean either two things. A, he was just really sick of you at that point of time and he just really didn't want to text you because the dimag kharab kar rahi thi. Ki B, he was with somebody else, which is normally the case. Not with me though, because I've never been with anyone.
Cute.
Yeah.
All right, Kevin. The next one is, you're too good for me. I don't deserve you.
Like, so, you're a good girl, okay? You're a good girl, but you're just not it, okay? You're just not it. But I need you to like still be around in my vicinity. I still need you to be in my life. Like, matlab, I am pursuing someone perhaps hotter for I'm looking for more like a hookup, kind of more of a physical scene. But yeah, emotional support wise, na tu hai achhi, theek hai, like that. Matlab, you're the kind of person I'll call before I sleep. But will I call you on a Friday night? Not really. Maybe on a Sunday night, just before my work days going to start on Monday, and I need that motivation. Like, somebody tells me ki, I'm proud of you, you're doing well. So yeah, it could be that.
Ouch. Yeah, reality is hitting too hard. Okay. The next one's, I didn't mean to flirt. That's just how I talk.
Huh? Your fuck. Oh shit. Oh shit. With you in the room, this is too funny. Oh shit. Yeah, that's just the way he talks, bro. Sometimes. Oh fuck, man. Okay. See, some guys are just like, they've grown up with like their elder sister, or like they've grown up with like, let's say like, like elder sisters have a lot of friends and stuff like that. Like for example, me, like my elder sister had a lot of very pretty friends. So I just have a very nice way of talking to women. Like, I always address them as like love, darling, sweetheart, doll, or, I'm always complimenting women, always getting them flowers and stuff like that. So I don't generally consider it to be flirting. Or I think sometimes like, ऐसा ठीक भी है यार, like मतलब तुम compliment कर रहे हो, किसी का day बना रहे हो, but it doesn't really mean anything वैसा.
I like how Kevin just taken this upon himself. We were talking about men in general.
Oh yeah, men. I'm talking about men in general only. Like that. I'm referring to people that have had like a lot of female friends and stuff. But like, to answer your question, if somebody says that,
yes.
What was it? Flirting.
I didn't mean to flirt. That's just how I talk.
देखो मैं बहुत बड़ा लौंडिया बाजू, ठीक है? But I need to convince you somehow कि मैं ऐसी बात करता हूँ. So that is what it is.
The next one's, I'm just focusing on myself right now.
भाई कोई दूसरी बंदी है, guarantee, bro. Like, see, I'll tell you what. When somebody says they are not ready for a relationship, they are not ready for a relationship with you. Okay. Right, Sakshi?
The next one's, we don't need labels. We know what we are.
What are we? We don't need labels. We know what we are. Okay, so that's basically, listen, okay. I need to keep my options open that in an event of a breakup, You don't come up to him and be like, मैं तो तेरी बंदी थी, we were dating and stuff like that. You can just be like, yeah, हम लोग का चल रहा था ऐसा. Any guy that doesn't want to give you a label is probably looking for an easy way out if something goes south. And a girl for that matter of fact too. But yeah. But
The next one is, I didn't think it was a big deal, so I didn't tell you.
मेरे को पता था इस पे बहुत बड़ा कलेश होने वाला था. I need to downplay it and I need to gaslight the hell out of you to make you believe that baby इतनी सी तो छोटी सी बात है यार, तुम इस पे क्या stress ले? We are going out now. Everything is good right between us. Why are you stressing about this? We are so good. I'm so in love with you. We are so happy. Why do you care? It's not a big deal. I would have told you if it was. Chill now. I love you.
अरे
That's
तो
what it
ऐसे
means.
बोलता है, इसलिए मान जाती है लड़कियां, लगता है.
हाँ हाँ.
The next one is, you're overthinking. It's all in your head.
तेरे जो भी इंट्यूशंस है बहुत सही है, ठीक है. तेरे को जो भी लग रहा है वैसे ही है. तेरे को अगर लग रहा है वो मेरी सिर्फ दोस्त है, वो सिर्फ मेरी दोस्त नहीं है, ठीक है. इट्स नॉट इन योर हेड, इट्स द रियलिटी ऑफ थिंग्स. बट आई नीड टू टेल यू इट्स इन योर हेड ताकि आज कलेश ना हो जाए, क्योंकि आई नीड अ चिल डे टुडे.
Oh, men. The last one is, I thought we were on the same page about keeping things casual.
I'm going to give a very fair and honest answer to this one. It can be two things. Either like the number one being is ki, like bro, genuinely he doesn't want to commit to you because he wants to like, you know, like he wants to explore other things. Like that's just the reality. I've also been in that way that I didn't really want to commit because I, kya pata दूसरी ज़्यादा अच्छी मिल जाए. You know, it's a fact. But then there's also something where you come with a lot of emotional baggage at a lot of times and you're just really scared to commit ki, yaar, what if it just genuinely goes south? Like what if like I put in all into this relationship and it doesn't end up working out for me? I'm going to be heartbroken again. So yeah. अब नहीं.
हो गया बस.
So yeah, that's that basically. But most times it's just like people just really don't want to like commit and stuff.
Keeping their options open.
And it's also okay that if you started out with agreeing to something that, okay, I know this is just casual and we'll keep it casual and stuff, but if you can develop feelings in the process of keeping it casual, it's only fair, right? Like that you can sometimes develop feelings even if it's just being casual, right? Hota hai aisa. You can't just blame the person and be like, we've agreed to this and we've already spoken about this. You're allowed to develop feelings,
Hota hai
right?
to hota hai,
Hota hai to
kya
hota hai,
kare
yaar.
yaar,
Then you can't put the person under a gun and be like, no, but we agreed that we're going to keep it low-key, we're going to keep it casual. किसी को बताना ही नहीं ये चीज़. We don't have to show up to each other's podcasts is what? Huh? So yeah, that's that.
You've always said making online friends is the best.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I think it shows through the most wholesome convos also that you post. You post
Yeah.
about a person, you write a big caption for them, which I think
Yeah,
is very, very lovely. So tell me, in 2024, who are some of the like best online friends that you have made?
Wow. So there are a few. I'm not going to go in any specific order, but I'm just going to like name. Starani being one. Like I was always a fan. Like for me, when I became friends with Tarini, I had a fan moment, to be very honest, because I was a fan of Tarini since like I think like COVID or something like that. And then I met her and I was like, she's even more amazing in person, and we have a very like good like friendship, the both of us, like we do. So Tarini is genuinely amazing. Then there's Being Suku as well, like that. Being Suku is somebody that I always look up to for like career advices and stuff like that. If I'm ever in a situation like that, I'll call up, I'll be like, Suk, aisa chal raha hai. She is very helpful in that way. So
Very
we
sorted in your head also.
yeah. Suku is like really amazing. So Being Suku is one. There's this the green flag guy, Hamza.
Hamza, of course.
So I want to share one very personal thing about Hamza, and he'll kill me if I say this, but I remember this one time, I think I was really like struggling with like finances, and I'd posted on my story because like some brands were not clearing or some certain organizations were not clearing my payments, and it had been very long, and like I was falling back on my rent apparently at that point of time, and I posted on my story just to like scare the brand or like scare that organization या जो भी था. And I was still fine only. ऐसा नहीं था कि मैं रास्ते पे आने वाला, but I just tried to make it look like that on my story. So whatever, brand one clear कर दे अगले दिन ही जो भी है पैसे. But Hamza, being just like a person that I've met like maybe 1-2 times, and he's also ex-crew, so there's a crew to crew thing that we have. He reached out and he was like, bro, I'll pay your rent, don't worry. And I was like, bro, like it's chill like that. And अब 2-3 बार ही मिला bro. He was like, नहीं तेरा जितना भी है, my rent is a lot, okay, like that. So he was like, no, whatever it is, like that, even if it's a lakh or something, like I'll pay it for you. And I was like, भाई ये बंदा सच्ची में real life में भी green flag है bro.
No, that's so sweet.
And he made sure that I don't tell this to anyone. And I always want to tell this to. I was like, no, I'll fucking say this on a podcast one day कि भाई ये बंदा real life में भी green flag है, because who offers another person like, bro, I'll give you a lakh, bro, I'll pay your rent, don't worry, तू ठीक रहे. And I was like, no, I have money. It's just that I needed to make sure the brand pays me. But bro, it's so sweet, bro. I've met you like twice. So that's that. And then my co-star Spiti, like her real name is Shivangi. She's one of the most amazing people that I met from like this entire like this show that I was doing. And then obviously there's this one creator, some pretty gamer girl by the name of Sharkshe. I think she was pretty dope because I get to work with her, and it's a lot of fun working with her. So, and she's become a very good friend.
I think I know the answer to this question also, but my follow-up was going to be, who has your who's the person that you love collaborating with from all of these the most?
Somebody I like working with a lot. It's my best friend Geet. If you must have seen him on my stories and stuff like that. Geet, we travel a lot. We are super creatively inclined. Like, you know, like you could give us a sentence and we'll make a content out of it like that. We could be at anywhere, any place. And we started, I think, a career, I think, around the same time. So we both seen each other evolve as creators. So right from understanding to like what lighting is, to right to understanding what kind of editing, like, you know, like transitions we are using. Like we help each other so much कि भाई देख मैंने ये सीखा आज, तू भी सीख ले ये चीज़, भाई ये मेरे को ये पता है, भाई ये ब्रांड आ रहा है मेरे पास, भाई तू भी अप्रोच कर ले इसको. It's just so much fun working with Geet, and then of course it's fun working with Sakshi also sometimes.
Sometimes.
Because most times we're not working, we're just fighting. But about content and stuff. Yeah, just content and things. Abhi kuch mat fake.
Your first ever video 5 years ago was that girlfriend that makes you feel guilty. Now, what made you choose this kind of a niche right in the beginning?
So the thing is that, like, see, back then, like when I put out this video, like I just discovered this cool editing app called Power Director, and I was like, bhai, ye is pe editing ho jati hai. So honestly, I was just trying to like see how you can edit videos, and I told my friend like, hey, let's just make like a stupid video or something like that, like very bad lighting also. Like we had like one LED bulb that we put in front of us, and like she had an iPhone back then. I was using some Android phone. I was like, tere iPhone se shoot karte, but mics ka kya karege? AirPod she had. So I said, you put one AirPod in your ear, I'll put one AirPod in my ear. That will be like a mic for us, okay? Yeah. Oh. It was that dumb. And that was just me experimenting with stuff. That time I didn't even have the knack that, you know, like, obviously I wanted to be a content creator because I saw Bhuvan Bam and all when I was a kid. But like, that time was just to like mess around. And obviously that video didn't do well or anything like that. But I just have it on my channel till now because I like to look back at it and I'm like, wow, I see that. And I see the fact that, okay, this guy's doing Mitronpolitan right now.
Of course, man.
And for somebody to go from that, like, to doing this, it's insane because I used to be a flight attendant before this. You don't know that?
No.
Oh my god.
में कमी होगी मेरी.
ये तो सबसे main चीज़ है यार. So my entire thing, what I stand for on social media, was the fact that I was a flight attendant for good 5 years.
Yeah. Wait, is that why the hookup with the passenger?
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
Of course, yes.
So my entire thing on social media, what I stand for, is the fact that like I was a flight attendant 5 years. I did 3 years in Jet. I did 2 years in Qatar Airways, and I was at the age of 24 at the time. That was when like I had this like crazy thinky, you know what, like this isn't it for me. Like I feel like I can do better in life and stuff. And it was quite insane because I'm just a 12th pass, bro. Like I'm not educated or anything like that. And Qatar pays you insanely well. Like for the kind of like educational degree I had and the amount of money I was making, corporate people don't make that much money. And I was like, yeah, I've been doing this for 5 years. Like I am doing really well in this. Like why should I quit? Like it doesn't make sense. And everyone was like, bro, तू तेरा कुछ है भी नहीं है. Instagram पे क्या 1000 followers भी नहीं है. YouTube channel तो तेरा non-existing है. Like 20 subscriber है तेरे, वो भी like तेरे आजू बाजू के लोग ही है, तेरी मम्मी बहन, your neighbors and all. Like why would you quit your job? It doesn't make sense. I was like, nahi yaar, I really feel like my life is more than this, and I feel like I can do things. And everyone had the right decision saying ki don't do it. But I think it was February 2022 or something like that, when I think I had gone out with this one friend of mine. She was this model and she had won India's Next Top Model in like when she was in St. Xavier's. So I used to have like a fan moment for her, thinking, bro, like, you know, like you're in college, you won India's Next Top Model, like you're like the shit, right? she
Who was
became
this person?
Daniel. Her name is Daniel Canot.
Okay.
So basically, this girl, she had won this India's Next Top Model thing, and then she became a flight attendant.
Oh.
So I found her very interesting, and I always wanted to talk to her, and I want to ask her, "Ki bhai, kya scene? Like, why would you leave like this thing?" And so, 'cause some people are pairing her up with Salman Khan, so they were like, "Bro, like she could perhaps be like the next actress in Salman Khan's movie and stuff." When I sat with her at this one bar over there, we got in at 9:30 in the night, and like I think at around 2:34, the bouncers came up to us and they were like, "You guys got to leave." And we looked around, we were the only two people there. And we got so deep into the conversation that आजू बाजू के लोग ही गायब हो गए थे हम लोग के, ठीक है. While we were both conversing, I just asked her, I was like, "Yo, Dan, like, what's the scene with you? Like, you know, like you were doing incredibly well and stuff. You were a model and like, bro, like I used to be a fan of you. I used to think like you wouldn't even talk to me, bro, like that. Why did you quit that modeling life?" She was like, "Yeah, it just didn't make me happy." I was like, "Oh, okay. Like, does being a flight attendant make you happy?" And then she's like, "Yeah, it makes me immensely happy." I said, "Okay, sick, cool, cool, cool." So she's like, "Kev, what makes you happy?" And I was like, shit, yaar, ये तो सवाल किसी ने पूछा ही नहीं मेरे से इतने time तक, bro. Because like, you know, they always see me like, I'm just like always laughing, joking around and stuff like that. Then I was like, yaar, making content, yaar. Like I like doing that. I like editing videos and I like, you know, like putting an entire thing together. I love the entire process of like, you know, you have an idea and it's at its inception stages and then you actually like speak it out or you type it out or something and then you bring it to life on screen. It's like you're giving birth to an idea.
Man.
I love that process. So she was like, oh, okay, why don't you like get back to doing that? And that like really like striked me, you know, and I was like, theek hai, cool, cool, cool. I go back home. I think I reach home at like 3:30. I go to sleep at 6. I wake up at 9 in the morning. At 9:30, I'm in the office and my paper dal diya. I just resigned.
After that one conversation?
After that one conversation, it was super spontaneous because it was my now or never moment. It was like, bro, like देख तू आज नहीं छोड़ा ना ये तो तेरी motivation कल तक निकल जाएगी और फुस हो जाएगा तू वापस and you'll be like, bro, no. This job security, you have a family to take care of and everything. This is your career you've built. You can't just quit something like this. But I have this feel now. Throw yourself in a like, you know, fight or flight situation where you don't have an option but to make it. So if I've left a really good job and like, you know, it's going to be damn embarrassing that I quit a fucking job and I come back to like India and like then I don't make it, then like it's going to be like, bro, like you're a failure, right? So I wanted to put myself in such a pressurized situation कि भाई तेरे को कुछ भी करके बनाना ही है ये चीज़. You have to make a career out of it. Come back to India, didn't tell my mom about this, that bro, like I've quit my job and things. I just show up at my door with like 11 suitcases and my mom just flips out. She's like, what happened? You got fired? I was like, no, I'm coming inside. Because like she couldn't believe that why would I quit my job, bro? Like मैं इतना मेहनत किया यार उधर पहुंचने. I was not even in India. I was living in Doha at the time. So I come inside and then she's like, sit, I'll get you water. I'm like, yeah. She's like, come tell me, like, beta, did you get fired? I was like, no, ma, I didn't get fired. She like, then she comes up to me, she holds my hand, like, she's like, did you get molested?
Oh,
I was like, no, man. She was like,
oh shoot.
She's like, if you like, cause she couldn't just put two and two together and think कि यार भाई ये बंदा अपनी नौकरी क्यों छोड़ेगा, इसको बहुत प्यार है. And I love traveling so much. She was like, why would he quit his job, right? So I said, no, like, actually, I want to be a YouTuber. So she was like, I wish you would have gotten fired instead. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, why would you quit your job like this, bro? Like, who does this like that? And इतना पैसे बना रहा था यार, तेरा career बन गया था तेरा. Like, you were set for life, you know. I was like, नहीं, like, I feel like YouTube वगैरह सब हो जाएगा and stuff. Then we had like a very intense 3-hour conversation where she was like, you know, I don't get this like that. You're a, you know, like, you education भी तूने किया नहीं, 12वीं के बाद बोला मेरे को नौकरी करने का है, ऐसा. You did all that. Like, you know, if this doesn't work out, you'll probably work at a Vero Mode or a Jack and Jones. Like that, you know, like no one's gonna give you a job, you know that, Kevin. I was like, नहीं, YouTube कर दूँगा. कुछ नहीं होता, editor बन जाऊँगा यार. कुछ नहीं होता, DOP बन जाऊँगा, कि light दादा बन जाऊँगा, boom दादा बन जाऊँगा. But I want to be in that creative वाला thing where I can see this magic happen around me. So she was like, ठीक है, you promise you'll give your 100%. I said, yeah. She like, you won't ask us for money. I was like, क्या motivation दो ना मम्मी. She like, ठीक है, तो तू कर ले, because I know for a fact कि तू कोई भी चीज़ पकड़ लेता. You're very obsessed with like stuff, so you always end up getting whatever you want, Sakshi. But anyways, so yeah, so then I started like, I think I made my first purchase of my camera. It was a Sony ZV-1. I think that time was coming for 71,000. And मेरे पास, I think मेरे पास barely 5 लाख रुपए ये कुछ थे यार, ऐसा करो. उसमें से मैंने almost 1 लाख के कैमरे पे उड़ा दिया था, ऐसा. हाँ, like I had like savings. मेरे को 1 साल तक ऐसा कुछ तो चलाने थे ऐसा. And yeah, I started creating content, you know, after that point of time, and nothing worked. Literally nothing worked, bro. I started making vlogs, I started making reaction videos and everything like that. And I was like, shit, bro, like this is actually getting scary. So that was when I panicked and I was like, you know what, I need to do a soul searching moment. I need to have my Imtiaz Ali Zen moment. And I was like, let's go to Himachal for 1 week. So I went to Himachal and ended up staying for 2 months alone. Like
Yeah,
that. 2 whole months alone, I'm in Himachal. I'm just traveling with dogs, doing my own thing. But the best part about it is like I had a lot of self-discovery that I got very comfortable to speak to the camera because I was just with my camera. I named my camera also. I named my camera Veronica. Okay, I still have that ZV-1. I will never ever give that up. That's my first camera. It's my baby. I've spoken to Veronica so much in that. I've had so much one-to-one moments. I've cried while talking to Veronica and stuff like that because there were so many downtimes where I was like, bro, this doesn't make sense. I'm in the mountains alone. मैं पहाड़ों में अकेला हूँ ठंड में यार गीजर भी नहीं चल रहा है ऐसी यार ये गेस्ट हाउस में मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ मैं नौकरी छोड़ के मैं आ गया 24 साल का हूँ मैं bro. But when I came back and then I put the videos together, I found them pretty beautiful and then I was like, they didn't do well, but I was like, bro, you have a thing, bro. तू कुछ तो है, तू कर सकता है, तू story वोरी बना सकता है, तू कुछ interesting बना सकता है. You have this factor also to you that the way you talk, the way you speak, it's interesting for whatever reason. So I like continue this. Then still I tried, nothing was working out. Then I came down, I think my last like 2-3 lakhs was left, like उतना ही पैसा बचा था. I was like, अभी खत्म हो गया पैसे, ये 1 घंटा चलने वाला है साल एंड तक. I was like, एक काम करते हैं, let's just do a nice vacation, bro. That's what you deserve. And then आके तू कर ले भाई कोई sales वाली job कर ले ऐसा. Till the time you don't figure it out ऐसा. Also, I would not be a salesman for life, but just till the time I don't put 2 and 2 together कि what I want to do with my career, where I want to do graphic design or be a DOP. I was like, एक कोई तो store में काम कर ले, but take a vacation for 1 month. So I was like, okay, I always wanted to go to the Philippines because I love the Philippines. And I was like, let's go for 1 month over there. Booked a one-way ticket and I was like, return का देख लेंगे जो भी है. And I think when I went to the Philippines, I think it was the 6th of August or something like that when my first video went viral.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, and
While
that
you were at Philippines.
Yeah, when I was at Philippines and that was like a very random video. I didn't even expect it to go viral. I was just posting it because I posted the story. They were like, hey, this is funny. इसको reel बना दे. Reel बना दिया. It was 10 million. And then I started gaining a lot of followers after that. Then I think I did 10K followers in the first month. Then after that, I did 21,000. I did 100,000 followers in the next 21 days.
That's
Then
mad.
I touched 500,000 I think in 8 months, and then I lost focus a little bit after that, and then like now we're like 650ish, and then YouTube again is like doing pretty well. So after I had that video that went viral, I just didn't stop. Then I started creating characters, then I started creating other videos, and I was like, bro, that back then I think I posted for like almost 7 months continuously, like with like maybe 1 or 2 days gap beach mein. But I got very motivated in that. As I said, like once I lock into something, I just like get into it completely. So so yeah.
Okay.
So that happened, and then I think I came back to India at the time, and then I started exploring with new things and stuff. Like I started meeting more creators. I started getting more of an idea of how this field actually works and stuff like that. And then I realized, yeah, it might come off a little superficial, but I started to realize I'm better than most people. I'm not saying in content-wise or anything like that, but the fact that like most people are like they are too afraid to fail. Everyone's just too afraid to fail, and I had this thing like, bro, I will suck at this today, but like I know a year from now I'll be really good at this thing. So most creators are so much better than me in the content that they make, but they're not experimenting with other things because they're too comfortable.
That's very fair, yeah.
They're too comfortable in their niche. They're too comfortable that they'll be judged and stuff like that. That's one of the reasons why I can put out a story time video about me hooking up with passion. I don't really care because that entire judgment factor is like, bhai, tum kya hi judge kar loge? मैं खुद को judge करता हूँ, bro.
Yeah, you
like
were
that.
vulnerable from the beginning, so
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
So I tried whatever it is. Yeah. Initially, even when I started doing the Shivani character, when I started wearing the wig and everything, like I had a lot of people that were like, bro, like they said a lot of stuff like, oh, is he gay? Is he this? Is he that? Like right now, that female character is iconic.
Yeah.
Brands upfrontly ask for that character because they like it that much, and then like people find it hilarious and stuff. So I think Shivani and Sufyan, the character, the two I have, they are the most popular characters and stuff.
I love them.
And the Sufyan character also, like a lot of people had a lot of things to say initially. Bhai, kitna ganda chhapri character hai ye wo. But what people don't understand is the fact that the Sufyan character is the character that landed me the role of Jaren.
Whoa.
So the directors or the scouts had seen this one Tamdi Samdi video that I had made, which went I think around like 50 million or something. And they really liked the whole bandana thingy. So Jaren also wears a bandana
Yeah.
throughout like the show and everything. Jaren has his bandana, everything. So that Sufyan character has given me an entire web series, okay? So whoever called that character Chhapri or whatever it is, that character, bro, it made things happen. So that's the problem, right? People are so afraid of like putting themselves out there, and so many creators I see, they're so talented, but they don't try other things because they're like, "Arey, isme hi chal raha hai, bro," and like we make good money, so like we get too comfortable. But I always put myself in very uncomfortable positions ki like, you know, ठीक है चल, तेरे को ये नहीं आता है, but तू कर ले, आज लोग हंस लेंगे, but then कल bro तू क्या पता, stand up भी it took me 1 year, bro. I kept doing shows and shows. Initially नहीं चल रहा था यार, लोग नहीं हंस रहे थे, पूरा room dead रहता था, and I used to be like, shit bro, I should just stop this and stuff. But I was like, no, 1 year from now you'll do something.
Yeah.
And my first video itself only did 1 million.
That's amazing.
So-
yeah, that's very true. Oh damn! With that, we've reached the end of our conversation with you, Kevin.
Wow, that was really nice.
How was it for you?
It was nice. I love the part where you brought up the birthday thingy that I did when I was 25, and like I'm turning 27 now in just in a couple of days, and यार सपने हो जाते हैं यार पूरे अगर तुम लग जाते हो उसके पीछे, and yeah, for a person like me, like you know, like that practically comes from nothing, and like you know, that has had like in the last 10 years I've had so many crazy ups and downs, like quitting my job and then getting this now, you know, like I'm entering a completely new field, like you know, like acting and everything. So like now that I look back at that 25,
Yeah.
I think I'll go home and watch that video again, and I'll be like, bro, like you should keep making. And if anyone's watching this, please, like on your birthday हर साल आप भी एक ऐसा एक video बना दो for your future self for 1 year, and you'll understand कि how many things you've ticked off your bucket list, and you'll be like, wow bro, like I am actually doing well, I am doing the
That's
things
true.
that I've like thought about. So thank you for taking me back to the nostalgia and making me realize that I'm actually doing pretty well.
Thank you for making that video, man. I think that's one thing I really wanted to start doing. After I saw that, I was like, I have to.
Every
It's
year
really
once.
fun, yeah.
एक बार तो कर लो.
Great. With that, we come to the end of our conversation with Kevin Zingkhai. Make sure you all follow us for more such conversations. For now, let's say bye to Kevin. Bye.
Thank you so much guys for watching.
hello, excuse me.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much guys for watching. Bye bye.